regarding being an athlete, and how have you had to find that strength and courage to use your platform to talk about it? Vernon, we'll go with you first.
Well, with me, with me, I had a lot of things that I did, like, and when I played, and I was so scared to like let my teammates know because of the peer pressure, and about just going to talk to somebody about what I was going through daily and what I go through my day, my life on and off the basketball court. And I had problems with that, like going to talk to somebody about that. And I just want to try to change that narrative, like with professional athletes and young athletes and just young black men or white men or whoever it is, like just where you can be able, it's okay to reach out and speak with somebody. And because I was thinking if I did that, my teammates was gonna think, damn, this boy here is crazy for real, you know, so, you know, they already thought that, but they really think I'm crazy. Don't tell them. If I go to them and I tell them, oh man, I'm talking to somebody about my problem, man, about my mental side, man, and I was just too nervous to go and tell my teammates and tell anybody about that. And I was too scared to go do it. And like I said, I lost a lot, you know, but I just want to try to break that narrative and say it's okay. Like you've been saying up here all day, all night, it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And obviously, like, you know, guys and players like Vernon before us, they paved the way, you know, and to give us confidence. Dennis Rodman had a great story or interview with Oprah. I don't know if you remember when he was talking about his story. I remember being a kid watching that, and maybe it made me more of a fan because I'm like, this guy's out here grabbing rebounds for the Bulls, killing it. When I was a sophomore in high school, I was actually the player that did 2 points, 20 rebounds type of player before I became a better scorer. So Dennis Rodman was somebody I looked up to. And when I saw that he was being vulnerable, I'm like, you know, I want to be like that. Without, not the dresses. But everything else, right? And to this day, me and Dennis knows I changed my number to 91, you know, at one point in time for Dennis. Just to show that support, you know, because sometimes people act like they didn't hear that interview on Oprah when he said that his parents wasn't there, he grew up in a household, and then he goes out and act out, but nobody's talking about, hey, Dennis Rodman had issues, right? So that's one of the reasons why it gave me the courage to thank my psychiatrist on national television. You know, when you, like you would say, if you was to come out back in the day, especially in 1999 when I got in, and you say you're going through something publicly, then you're gonna get the backlash. But we made it where somebody in the media, you know, talks about a player. To this day, because of their mental health, they might get fired. You know what I'm saying? That's nice. That's nice. You know, you just play, you know, sometimes they play chess with us and we play back. You know, but it's a lot of us growing up, like where we from. Some players didn't make it. Some players was really good and they just like, parents is on drugs, selling drugs to their own parents, things like that, in the streets, and nobody's, you know, when you make it, they expect you to forget about that, and that's like impossible. You know, friends dying in real time while you're playing games, right? Family members in psychiatric wards, and different things like that. So it's very important that we bring it to life and let people know, listen, we're going through something right now. You know, we're gonna get back to this game, but we're not really focused on this game right now. So, you know, and then now, years later, I'm getting an overwhelming amount of requests to talk about mental health, which is cool. It's a little much, but it's cool. I'm on the board of UCLA Psychiatric Board, which is great, because as I was playing, I'm trying to figure out how do I help my brother get off medicine? How do I help my sister get out of the psychiatric ward? How do I help my auntie, my dad, but I couldn't figure it out. I can handle anything on the court. I can lock somebody up, that's, you know, but I can't figure out how to help my own brother. right? So from that perspective, that's why I kept pushing this message. I wanted to learn, how can I, help my family members? And the other thing is, sometimes you can start out okay, it becomes emotional, and then that can turn medical, right? The emotional stress activates different things in the body that I can't talk about. I'm not educated on enough, but it can trigger medical reactions. So we got to stop. There's so many different things, especially now. I know they're pushing mental health on us. But also, I talk about the family aspect. We've been separated from our parents since we came here, from wherever country we're from. Obviously, our art and a lot of history is erased. But we came here separate. So we don't really have a reference point on how to, when you're going through adversity with your partner, what do? Right? And a lot of these players is bringing that into the game. 85% divorce rate. That's not going to help mental health. Right? And then financial literacy, that's not going to help mental health. Right? So it's a lot of different things that we got to piece together. Right? We want to make sure that we're not being pawns talking only about mental health. Right? But the 360-degree issue, that's kind of upon us.
So true. Love that. Herb, how have you